Hi everyone, so I'm here with a bit of a behind the scenes look at me preparing for an up and coming training course starting in a few days. And this morning I was down with Dave from Avarja in his stock room and I was hand picking lots of singing bowls, and I've got a room full of singing bowls, and what we're doing is putting them together in sets for people who are on the training course to observe them in one of the activities, or in a few of the activities actually. So yeah, I thought I'd give you a bit of a behind the scenes look and just start to talk about wonderful Himalayan singing bowls. So right from the go we can look at a singing bowl, and every one is unique because they're hand hammered. And just looking at or observing the physical appearance of a singing bowl can tell us a lot about it. So we have all different shapes and sizes and thicknesses, and these all influence the type of sound that you'll get from a singing bowl. There's a number of other things we look at as well, but that's getting quite in depth. But you can see just from coloration of the bowls, you can get an idea, and as I was saying, the shape, sizes, lots of different factors that will influence the sound of a bowl, and you can start to predict some of that from just observing a bowl. So we do a bit of that on the training course. Then we also look at how, from a sound point of view, every bowl has its own characteristic or its own energy. So it has a particular sound signature, if you want to call it that. And every bowl is unique. The hand hammered ones, certainly, every bowl is unique because of the way that they're manufactured. So we start to look at ways we can start to describe the character of a bowl. And each Himalayan singing bowl, the hand hammered ones, the overall sound is made up of different layers of sound, different components. And we start to look then at how do we identify these components and really start to observe them and really listen into them. So there's some active listening techniques to help us start to understand the characteristics of each individual bowl. And then when you start to put bowls together, again, each one has its own energy, and I suppose it's a bit like us as individuals, we all have our own characters and personalities. And when you bring two people together, or two or more people together, then sometimes those personalities work really well, and sometimes they work not so well. And it's the same with singing bowls. So we start to look at, okay, what do we look for when we're putting a set of singing bowls together, and starting to really listen to combinations of singing bowls and whether they work well together or whether there's more edginess between the bowls. And then developing those ideas even further when we start to look further on in the course about how do we construct sound healing sessions. We start to look how we can use different characteristics of bowls and different combinations of bowls to create different environments for the client and different soundscapes, and how that is going to influence the outcome or the intention for the session or the client's experience. So that's a bit of a behind the scenes look at what I'm doing this afternoon. I'm now going to shoot a recap video for the people who are on the course, and we're actually going to start looking at some of the bowls and looking at the combinations of the bowls, and just a demonstration really of what we cover in the activities. And this is going to be a video then that is like a support resource for them to look back on after the workshop day. So I hope you've enjoyed a little peek behind the scenes at what's going on, and I'm really excited. I love this part of my job. Well, I love every part of my job, but I'm getting to play with lots of singing bowls. Oh. See you soon.